Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Banter Room. It feels so good and amazing to be back on this space after the last episode we shoot. I think that was last week, yeah? Right?
Yeah, it was last week.
A lot of bands have been going on about what we said about those OUs, TV, and all that, but what do we do? What needs to be treated should be what?
Treated. Yeah, exactly.
So, on today's episode, we are going to be discussing about drug abuse. Excessive use of both legal and illegal substance is becoming very, very rampant, and we all know it has negative effects on almost everyone when there is too much of when there's excessive use of illegal and legal substance. It's surely going to have negative effects, and of course, trust me, I cannot do it alone. Here with me, my co-host, as always, Idon of the Idon, Ray. So I'll just allow him to brag about himself, of course.
Blue. And then blue. Well, welcome guys. You already know Banter Room, Ayolari, whichever one you wish to call me. Thanks for having us right from time and up to this moment. We are really grateful for subscribing to our YouTube channel, watching our videos,
Spotify,
playing us on Spotify, sharing our links, joining our Twitter spaces, and every other thing as well. We say a very big thank you. All of us from Banter Room say thank you.
I'm saying a very big thank you to you, as Ray has said. And trust us, me and Ray cannot do this alone. So we have an important guest in our midst. Someone of high mentality that is going to help us to grease the wheel of the whole conversation, break it down into pieces, so you and I can have a better understanding after the episode.
He's a great man.
On my immediate right, this time not left, I have Mr. Olujide, a cyber security associate, and amongst many other things. I'll just allow him to, do the introduction and of course brag about himself. So, Mr. Jide, over to you.
Hi guys, good morning. It's a privilege coming to this. It's a privilege coming to this show this morning. I really appreciate everybody. As we all know, my name is Olujide Timilehin from the Department of Science and Technology Education, Computer Science Education to be precise.
Wow.
So I'm a networking and cybersecurity associate, and I'm a career midwife. I help people climb up the pedestal in order to see the light of the day in their career.
When I said high mentality, you people know I know
Man of
what
high
I say.
caliber.
The great man.
The great man.
He's a great man. As I get great.
Yeah.
Well, back to the topic we are supposed to discuss today. I said the excessive use of both legal and illegal substances has become very, very rampant, and we all know it has negative effects. It can affect you psychologically, physically, and of course mentally. But wait, hold on. Before we delve into what we are going to discuss today, Mr. Olujide, like I said, our important guest, are going to just play a little game with him. And definitely, if he gets it right, he's going to go home with a prize and, of course, a Banter Room chatter. Watch out, too. You might be the next one sitting down on this green chair.
Yeah, you never can tell.
No one can tell.
Anybody.
So, let's just, do the game. And, of course, let's see if Mr. Jide will guess whatever it is, what we have in this small box.
before the end of the show.
He's actually going to guess. Then at the end of the day, we will open it
for him to know,
for everyone to see. Then,
well,
if he's right, he'll be lucky to go with our joker.
And of course, another prize.
Yes.
Definitely. So, Mr. Olujide,
Yes,
you have three options.
Okay.
The first one, airport.
Okay.
The second one, lighter. The third one, nail cutter.
Can I like feel it like?
No, you cannot.
I just have to.
You
Can
just have to
just
guess.
shake it.
I'm not going to do that. So, take a guess.
Airport.
Lighter and nail cutter.
Airport, lighter, and nail cutter. Okay. Lighter.
Well, after the show, we'll definitely find out.
Lighter, the one at 5 p.m. and which lighter?
Lighter.
Okay.
Well, after the show, we will know if you get it right, of course.
Yeah.
Then, back to today's topic, like I said, drug abuse. it has become very, very rampant. Almost
Yes.
everybody is actually guilty.
Not
Let
even
me see.
rampant, actually. I think it's not a culture.
We've
In our
seen it like
society.
something that is very, very, very legal. They're saying that's
Yeah.
something legal now.
It's just like culture. As in, you can't go from, let me say, leave your house before you get to the
Next 5 hours.
fourth house. I'm sure you'll be able to count like 10 smokers.
Yes, that's very, very true.
So I think it's just something that, even as the government said, is prohibited, or what this it has been banned rather.
Yes.
It's not legal, but then it doesn't seem as though it's legal.
But it's not only illegal, this thing that these people are using. There are these cough syrups that they used to buy as well.
Exactly.
And
But
it's-
the if you talk about drug abuse, the number one thing that will come to your head is smoking. This loud Colorado and the likes of them all. Do you understand?
Yes,
So let's hear
From
from
Mr. Olujide. That's why we have you in our midst.
All right.
drug abuse.
Thank you once again.
You're welcome.
You see-
just be audible.
You see, when we talk about drug abuse, we need to debunk this general context
Okay.
of drug abuse when it comes to marijuana.
Okay.
Because he said something like, the first thing that comes to your mind. Now, regardless of marijuana, all these cough syrup that we all know, we need to talk about what exactly is drug abuse. Because if we focus on the marijuana or what has been the order of the day in our generation, we will always have issue. Because there are people who don't smoke, who don't take alcohol,
But they are using.
but they are involved in drug abuse.
Yeah, you're right.
Some people might have a slight headache in which they need to take a nap or a siesta. All they go for is paracetamol.
Okay.
That is also drug abuse. So we need to, first of all, let us know that what exactly is drug abuse. And it's generally known as excessive intakes of drug
Yeah.
without the doctor's
Prescription.
prescription,
Both legal and illegal.
both legal and illegal. So when we now come to this general context, I think what actually affects, or let me say, what drives people to take it is, let me say, they are less knowledgeable about the certain drugs.
Okay.
People don't know. For instance, let's talk generally about marijuana.
Okay.
Now, we have cannabis sativa, cannabis indica, and
Yeah.
cannabis ruderalis.
That's the first time I'm hearing that.
Yeah, I know of sativa and indica actually, but
Do you
I
smoke?
don't know the other thing.
Now, you see, the major problem we have is all these drugs. We said drug abuse is excessive intakes of drugs, which means all these drugs that we know generally have their advantages they do for the body. But since it has been the order of the day, so we are drug abuse, all the cough syrup that we know that the term as codeine
Yes.
has what it does for the body.
Yes.
Tramadol helps people that have arthritis, all these aromaléegun, they all have what
They do
they
it.
do.
Is that what Tramadol?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, it helps aromaléegun. So when you go to the hospital as an elderly person, they tell okay, they give you,
My boys know they use
Tramadol.
Tramadol for that one.
So it's not meant
Not too
for,
much.
for our own intake, for joy, to give us joy or something. Okay, let's go to Refnol. Refnol is being used at there was a time I went to neuropsychiatric hospital, Arrow, Abeokuta. So it's used to calm the nerves of somebody who is hyperactive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe you are getting. So what you are supposed to use one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the, you now use it. So you wash it, like you just. So I don't know if you are getting.
Yeah,
Yes,
So generally, I think we should let people know that apart from the general context of marijuana, and drug abuse starts from taking things that are not meant for the body, or things that are meant for the body in the wrong way at the wrong time for the wrong purpose. That's all.
Thank you very much. That's why I made mention of both legal and illegal. So, and you've actually explained to us like you've made it very easy to us to like understand the word drug abuse. So I feel we need to take like the cause. What made people start using? Do you get? Because like many people nowadays, one thing or the other, probably they go through a trauma or a moment of adversity, they just sit down and then they start using. So what can you like explain to us about that? Like what makes people use, like what makes them involved in drug abuse?
Okay, sorry, please. Before he answered you, I think the number one reason or cause for drug abuse is, let me say, peer pressure.
Okay.
Because even as I'd not like to say this because we are being recorded, I used to smoke before. I've done different drugs because, let me say, okay, I have this particular friend that tried this particular thing, and then it was like, this feeling, or probably we met at a party or we're at a party, and then you want to lift your spirit.
Yes.
So you just like try this thing, and then first time of me trying Tramadol, it wasn't good with me because I was having hiccups. So I got to know that this particular thing is not good for me, and ever since I have never tried Tramadol again. Do you understand? Even as the reason for using Tramadol then was because of it's actually very crazy. But normal thing wey boys they use Tramadol for, but at the end of the day it fucked me up. It didn't work out for me that way. But then I stopped it, I quit it. But my first time of trying weed was I think it was 2013 or 2014 then at Ikorodu. I was working at one Bet Nigerian shop. So the guy just came like, to a shakini, see you game, and truly, when I tried it worked. Honestly speaking, I picked games, I won 72,000. So imagine me using that thing to win Bet Nigeria. So I kept on trying it. But then, on the long run, it was not working for the Bet Nigeria again. So I now became addicted to it, whereby aside from using it for Bet Nigeria, it gives some kind of crazy feeling. It makes the brain calm, honestly speaking. I'm not even capping or lying about it, even as it has negative effects to the health. So then I became addictive, and then I was doing, then it was even SK. So then they call it SK skunk or whatever it is. So then I started, and then from SK, okay, when I left Ikorodu, I stopped. I went to K2 back. Then K2, there was nobody doing it around me, so I was like, okay, well, since there's nobody around there doing it, I'm so relaxed. I stopped. Then I think later again at a party, so everybody were vibing, and they were just like, yeah, now puff off fast, like they do say, puff off fast. So I just taking it brought back that memory again, like this one better pass. This one better pass. That old one, no, make I continue. So since then I continued, and then in 2020 I met my babe. So she has always been complaining about smokers and all, and the effect of smoking and everything and all, what it does to the health. And also I sat down and thought about it as well, that if I continue this kind of thing, like he said when he got here, that it's not good for the health actually. So I think the main reason for drug abuse is peer pressure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Said your part. Let's hear from Mr. Amjid.
Alright, I will just second what he said. You see, we are in a kind of dispensation. All these things have been happening way back.
Yes.
But I think the major reason why it got rampant starts from cybercrime. Thank you. You see, in those days, before you could be able to have marijuana, to have access, there are some places you get to. There are some people you will mingle with.
Yeah.
But now it's something that you can easily call people you want to buy it.
Even plant it at the back of their house.
So
and now
Crazy.
you don't know.
So there was this fear then, but now you see once or there's this Yoruba that says owó tó mọ kékeré bá kọ́rí. So once you start making some kind of money, there are some behavior you start pulling out, and you have access to. So before you know it, you become a dealer. So it all starts from we having access to what the Bible calls the root of all evil, which is the money. So the moment you have access to money, you believe you're able to purchase anything you want. You're able to. So we are in a kind of dispensation that the moment you have money, everything will be available for you.
Yeah.
So apart from the society or the peer pressure, having being involved in cyber crime, and one thing opens door for different things.
A lot of things, yes.
So once you get it, oh wow, you are doing it. Okay, fine. Okay, try this. Once you try it, so let's now say you are going through some stages in life. The first thing the devil, don't let me say the devil, the society is ready to bring for you is a solution that brings more problem.
That's true.
So now that kind of solution will come in a kind of a peaceful manner, but beyond it there is a greater problem. So let's say somebody who is going through some kind of phase in their life now. They are unhappy, they are sad, and they say, okay, take this. Once you take it, your body calms. But once that thing goes, what happens? You are back to the problem. So I believe the major problem is the society and ability to be able to purchase it at ease. Once you have money, you buy it. You get what I'm saying? So that's the major problem we are facing. Because before cyber crime came into existence, like before it become rampant and everything, you hardly see guys taking this stuff.
Yeah.
That's very, very
It has always been cigarettes and all those things.
Because you move around, when you go, before you come back, you have seen different people that they are
Exposure.
that are not even up to age itself.
Yes.
They are very, very young, at times 16,
But
17,
then,
small boys. Okay.
talking about, I don't want us to base our topic or discussion on marijuana alone.
Yes.
No, we are not.
There are other hard drugs as well, like molly.
Phenolphthalein.
No, what's that?
Peeves. Those are peeves.
Naphthalene.
I came here with.
Do you know? There are other way people get high,
Yes.
abusing things.
People,
Do
people
you
that-
understand?
people-
Because
there are some drugs, there are some painkillers that people use just to like feel, like just to feel high, like to feel relaxed.
We are. Sorry, let me make use of Yoruba. He is a Yoruba student, so one time I was like, So the problem starts from, let me use my dad as an example. The moment he feels, my dad is not a medical doctor, he's not a pharmacist, but only the man put Ajogba Ogun in his room.
My mom is
So
kilo
every African parents do have that.
every African parents that
Kilo before you know every slightest issue, they don't care
Solution.
what. Yeah, take. So I remember when I was young, almost every night I take paracetamol without.
Yes, exactly. Then because if they feel that drug is going to keep you healthy.
So once we have an information, let me say half-baked information as Nigerian. I know other people in other countries, but let's just talk about where we are. Once you have just held on to that information and make sure we manipulate people with this. Ogun, it works for everything. I remember that time where there's this thing they call alakapo. Alakapo is drug that you get for 100 naira, but you now put two painkiller. At the end of the day, you realize that all these things
they will give you money to buy the loss.
All these things they all work for the same purpose. So I believe short of intelligence or short of knowledge about certain stuff affect us or make people get addicted. And now, once you start using those, so it's just about not having good education towards drug intake. for example, if you buy a drug now, how many of us read the prescription? Probably the things, all those paper that comes with it.
Yes.
It's the information about what the drug does, what it works for, how many days you are supposed to use it,
The
the
content
age
inside
limit,
it.
the content. But how many of us read it? Just say, they tell you already that
I
one
do
is the
ask
one-
actually. I do ask the pharmacist or wherever I get the drugs.
But regardless of you asking the pharmacist, you are supposed to
read through
it to know about it.
Nobody get it.
That's and that's why they say there's this idea that if you want to get Africans, if you want to give Africans a very good information, write it in a paper. They will not read it. So that's another factor affecting our factors that is energizing drug abuse.
Yeah.
So because you said we should not talk more on marijuana.
Okay. So let me just shift one in before we actually wrap the factors that cause it's on. My mic is on. The factors that actually cause drug abuse. I feel past trauma too used to lead to people using. Probably the reflect of whatever it is that happened during their childhood. There's only few people that will survive. Like that will survive trauma without using.
Yeah.
It's only few people, and it takes the special grace of God too as well
Exactly.
for you to survive trauma without using. I think,
And
then,
having good people around
you,
well.
yes, people that you can actually reflect on, that you can talk to, and like have conversation to look. Okay, this is what's going on with me. So I feel trauma too is part of one of the biggest reasons why people actually start using. So then we've talked about drug abuse, like you've explained to us, and then we've talked about the effects. How can we actually help these people that are using?
Number one, by educating people. We need to start educating people. But we have a nonchalant set of people in our nowadays work. I remember that time one of our uncle was telling us that cigarette causes cancer, cigarette causes this and that. We were like, I have somebody that is 98 and they don't have cancer. I have somebody forgetting that your own immune system
is different from
exactly.
mine. What I can take and I will fall on ground, you might take it and still be standing strong.
Exactly.
So we need to start educating people about there's different from the power of God and you following instructions as it should be. So,
honestly, there's this boy that I know. We stay in the same compound, my former house actually. So whenever I tell him that the guy is a druggie,
like junkie,
not even junkie, a druggie. tó bá gbé ìgbẹ́ wá sí pé ìgbẹ́ high. So there was a day I was me and some other guys in my compound were telling him those guys too they stopped smoking and doing drugs. So we were telling him that gbogbo kíní tó ń ṣe yìí ò ní ìdẹ àti pass through gbogbo kíní yìí àwọn náà kò pay wa àti filẹ̀ àná lọ sí you would be like ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ti ṣe ẹ wo àwọn bàbá kan wà tó ṣì ń fagbó tó ṣì ń ṣe kíní kan tó ṣì ń ṣe and I would be like sori àwọn tó ń sọ yẹn sìn yìí ó mọ ìkan tó ń lò because there are a lot of detoxify now that they do use to clean their system off and all. But I used to tell him that I've never seen you use this thing. Drug. So and he will say, like you said, you say, àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n jí mú gbó títí dé níyì.
Imagine somebody that is taking refinol, somebody that is taking codeine and drinking garri.
Yes, now there are some people like that.
There are not some people
like 80% of people that are drug lords today, they can never tell you what led them to it, like what got them into it. Most people just find themselves inside it, and before you know it,
it's very, very difficult.
It's very, very
it's crazy because
I remember in 100 level, a friend of mine was telling one of our friends that if you know smoking or taking hard drugs will affect your education, it's better you leave it. Or else, the guy spent almost 7 years in the university. So I won't lie to you. Drug abuse is something that has become a normalcy.
But I have a friend that do take this substance called Colorado, and it doesn't even shake him like he's taking anything.
Probably next program we'll be talking on THC.
What's that?
Tetrahydrocannabinol. It's something that actually you get it from marijuana. So it's something that you won't know something is wrong with you. Honestly, it's just something that there's this thing they call citrullicin. You get it from nicotine. That's cigarettes. The moment you start taking it, it's that thing that asks for it. That's why people that are experienced in smoking cigarettes, they will never be able to go to toilet. They don't feel hunger unless they take nicotine. So there are many more things we talk about that, and the only thing is just that we need to start letting people know about this stuff, because especially on campus.
It's actually very rampant because I've seen situations whereby students take this Colorado and then they use some you might see them folding, some misbehaving, a lot of different
there are many
cases.
disadvantages.
Honestly,
Although all those things has their own advantage, like I used to tell you.
Little advantage.
Because even the drugs we use has cocaine inside of it.
Paracetamol has cocaine actually. But what I used to see and just feel bad is, why would you even take something that you are not even going to enjoy yourself? Like I think is it that they enjoy that Colorado whereby I don't think they know how they react after taking it.
Like I said from the initial, when it comes to marijuana, like the family name biology, I discussed cannabis. And I told you we have cannabis sativa, cannabis indica. The one that smells all around, that if they are smoking it at the junction, is cannabis sativa. It's the local weed that they call local weed. Igbo. The indica is the skunk that you said the other time. Skunk, pawpaw. Now the rurales, called root, like you just all those what's it called? Colorado. And they are all weed. Though Colorado, loud and all sorts of things, has some kind of pinch of cocaine inside of them that makes you go gaga. So all those drugs, they have their side effects only when you abuse it. But the advantages are also listed. Though they are not meant to be told publicly, because when you tell people that kini only àǹfààní tó ń ṣe, it starts
misusing.
But as well,
like
aside,
you said the other
time, there is another way they abuse it now. They mix it with cake. They call it brownies.
Brownies, yes. I know. How about people that mix it with beans? Regardless, see, you smoke it, you eat it.
You are all victims actually, because you inhale it.
You smoke it, you drink it, you sniff it. Weed is weed, and you are all likely to have the same.
But there was a day I was having a discussion with my guys, and then I said, if every Nigerian should vote for, let me just say everybody on the mainland should go for drug test. Honestly, out of 100%, 80% is going to fail.
You see that THC of the thing, it stimulates the part of your brain that responds to the pleasure of that it brings. So that's why you see people, they take it, they laugh. You see people, they take, they are normal, because that THC has been established to them. So there's nothing you can do if you are not taking it. You will not be balanced.
That they feel they are relaxed and they are okay. Is it that I think they feel that well, I'm a bad guy, doesn't really shake me. I think we
all believe that smoking portrays the act of the, and I have people that smokes and they cannot kill a rat.
That's so true.
That's true.
And there are some people that they don't use drugs, they don't abuse drugs, and they are desperate, they are cruel.
Yeah, actually.
So the society has made us believe that if you are not smoking, if you are not doing drugs, then you are not on.
Growing up self in an African home, your parents will surely tell you, if they are maybe all these Egbon Adugbo, not that they are tout, but all these Egbon Adugbo whereby they know that they smoke, they'll be like, mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ rí ẹ pẹ̀lú lágbájá o, mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ rí ẹ pẹ̀lú kíní kan. It's actually very crazy, but then I think the society needs to do well about it.
Because people are getting,
like you said, you need to be educated more about it, so that there are a lot of people going crazy about it now. Honestly speaking, there are a lot of mad men.
I know of a friend that can buy cannabis indica 100 naira. If he has 1,000, you buy cannabis indica for 100 naira. You will use 900 to it.
That's still better. There are some people who buy that 1,000. They can buy cannabis indica at 900.
100
This
naira.
one, this one at
Once your life evolves around drugs,
It's very, very hard.
it's very, very hard, because there are some certain things you will never be able to do. To think straight, your logical reasoning. I'm not saying people that there are professors that does it, but if you remove drugs from what is, if drugs is what powers you to do most things, the moment you are not doing drugs, you will lose many things.
Yeah, actually, you're right. This guy now was tested positive to testosterone, or what is it called? Pogba. Now he's going to get banned surely from football for a lot of years, and he's nearing his end already. So getting banned, let me say 2 years or 4 years, that's just the end of his career. So it's actually a very bad thing for him. So bad.
Many people are not well educated about it. They don't know about it. You feel people that are not smoking, they are not on top of the world, or they are not. I don't know where you get it. But
Exactly.
now
They
people that are
feel
smoking that
you don't sabi, your eye never open if you never dey smoke. It's actually crazy.
It's a sorry.
But the addiction, now let's talk about the addiction. It's so hard to let go. It takes the grace of God and people around you, like we said the other time.
Okay.
Because I could remember when I first thought, that was after my baby complained that stop smoking and all, when she caught me and everything. So I stopped. But I still, even as I don't put it in my mouth, I will still want to be around my guys doing it, just to inhale it.
Do you know the major problem about that is we have this mentality of dealing with cause of a thing without we have this mentality of dealing with what causes issue, but the root of it. You see, we need to start going back to the root of issues. We need to start going back to the basic things that we do. Now, if I have an advice, I don't want to bust it out now. I have a therapy, a simple therapy for anybody that's addicted to any form of drug. Number one, if you are addicted to any form of drug, you will lose people when you want to stop.
Yeah.
I don't know. You lose people because you find out that people that you move around with, there's nothing they are contributing to your life apart from that drug. Guy, how far you dey house? Guy, how far you get smoke? Guy, how far you get lighter? Guy, how far you get Risa? You just have to lose a lot of people.
Honestly, you're right, because when I stopped associating with people around me, my guys there, the relationship was not like before. Do you understand? There's distance because I don't want to go where they are, because I surely know if they will smoke.
There's nothing that brings
so the relationship is not really like before, except you just see maybe when I'm passing on the road, I just be like, father, my guy, alpha. They will not be like, wo kukumba mugomo yahoo ethnic because me I told them that I know if you do this thing again. My babe no like, I know if you do it, my babe no like, and me self, it don't dey affect me for my health, because at the point I was feeling weird breathing. So it's crazy, and most of them they get that feeling. But okay, sorry, we don't have much time, but I need to say this. I have a friend. It used to be like, my chest. Just how they wall out delay.
See, we all know the truth. We all know the truth. We all know like, what is right and what is wrong. But the moment we are not like, as human beings, we have to learn how to always have controls over.
You know,
the moment our situation controls us.
Whenever he says that thing near me, even when I still used to smoke, when we were together, he'd be like, my chest they pay me, they wall out delay,
you can trek from year to hour because you are looking for 110 naira. You are addicted.
So I'll tell him that go pharmacy, go even do checkup or something. This one wall out delay, all those guys. So there are a lot of them like that, and slowly they are killing them. And again, there are a lot of mad youth roaming about, but most people will say
Some people are
it's drug.
They are walking.
A lot of them are just drugs. Honestly speaking, there are a lot of guys that I know whereby they are normal before, but when they started doing this Colorado now, they are not normal again.
But
they are not normal.
But the major aspect, like I said, generally about drug abuse is that the short of having knowledge.
Yeah. we really need to. Honestly, we would love to have said a lot of things, but then we might be having part 2 or 2.0. So let's
Like
hear
I
from
said,
Ainde Abdul Malik.
we don't have all the time in the world. Obviously, if we continue the topic now, we are definitely not going to finish.
Yes.
But then,
It's broad.
yes,
So
it's
broad.
very, very broad. And you've heard from them, said if at the end of the whole listening now, you should be able to understand what drug abuse is and effects of drug abuse and what triggers people to start using. And if you feel you have people that are actually using that you want to help them one way or the other, I think you should just see a doctor or a physician or a therapist definitely and call out for help. People will definitely help you. And well, you have proved yourself to be the high mentality person, like I said earlier. You've greased the wheels of the whole conversation. You made it very easy for us to understand. And then Dre,
I wish I can hype him the way husband material do hype they do. I wish.
And then Ray, you bad, no worry.
I know bad. I
You
know
bad.
bad.
And then thank you very much for that. You know, most people who want like you related to something that's happening to them personally, or you related it to something that's happened to you before, and you made it very easy for us to understand.
Yeah, I don't.
Thank
really
you very
say
much to you
anything,
about that, and I want to say thank you to you as well. And you know, if you are a returning
it's actually
subscriber-
we are supposed to thank him because it's not easy for us to invite him and
yes,
it's not easy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And then
we really appreciate it.
Don't let us forget what he said.
Okay.
What you picked the other time?
I said like that.
Are you sure? Let's open this Olivia house to say.
Let him open it by himself.
Whatever it is, God is good. No quarter. Wait. The reason why I pick like that is something random, and I'm like, probably you could have believed that I wouldn't pick no quarter or air for that. So that's like
And,
I didn't want
and
to
lighter
think,
is also part of the discussion
Yeah,
about
so that's why I
about-
said, like,
yeah.
That's
Okay.
it,
But anyways, you still have
that's-
your daughter.
You still have the gifts
Thank you.
regardless.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
trick of the
yeah.
trade. So if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you for the compliments and the comments and thank you
I
for
have
having the conversation.
something to say about our last show. It's not an episode about the present issue and everything, but I won't say it's the next episode.
Like I said, if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you to you for dropping comments and involving the whole conversation. And if you're coming across the channel for the first time, this is Banter Room, a space where we facilitate conversation on absolutely anything and everything about Nigerian students and Nigerian university in general. Once again, I want to say thank you to you for making it very easy for us to have a conversation.
Thank you
And
so
Ray
much.
as well, thank you very, very much for relating it to something that you personally have
My
experienced.
guy. And there are a lot of people saying they don't use YouTube. We are also on Spotify.
You can,
Please.
yes, you can
Just
stream
search the
on
Banter Room on
Spotify and you can stream definitely. So
And for those, sorry to cut you off, my brother,
Oh, yeah.
money. For those of you that use YouTube and Spotify, you can still watch on YouTube and go back to listening on Spotify as well. Thank you.
yeah, said it, but debunk that money that I said. Money is actually a brand name. So
No,
my name is
Ah.
Ainde Abdulmalik Olamiji or Ainde Olamiji Abdulmalik.
Money,
Whichever one that
money,
suits you.
Odomode Olowo.
Money is a brand name. Money is actually a brand name. So thank you very much. And thank you very much for involving in the whole conversation. And I hope to see you on the next episode. Like I said, my name is Ainde
Ciao.
Abdulmalik Olamiji. Debunk that money. Stick around. I'll see you
Ciao.
on the next
We are
episode.
preparing our girls for you for a very sweet episode.
They are in the next room. This is Banter
They are
Room.
still in the other room. This is Banter Room.